Live. Cool. Hello, everybody. Just waiting for Elena as usual. Wow, I guess she really can't hear me. I'm gonna get in trouble when she sees this later. We're just waiting a minute. Elena got to get back in tune her bottom string, one of her bottom strings on the harp, and then we'll be good to go. So just bear with us another minute, but we are here. Hello, good to see you. We're experimenting with a few new things. This is an old camera angle, but I'm going to experiment with the microphone placement. Hi, I did not talk about you while you were gone.
Are you telling the truth or being sarcastic?
I'm doing one of those things. So, hello, future viewers. We've got a different angle. We're experimenting. Hopefully it works out. If not, we might just have to play this program again. But come on down. I explained that you have to tune.
Technically, I could do it just before Debussy if you want.
Really?
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
Okay. It's up to you. I don't see
Maybe
any
the
notes.
program notes for
Yep.
somewhere else.
Yep.
Oops.
Hello. Okay. You sure you don't need to do your tuning?
I'm going to find the program notes real quick.
Okay. And then
So
you're
you
going to
talk
play
about other stuff.
I'm going to talk about other stuff. Well, while she's dealing with her thing, thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for welcoming us once again to your places of residence. I forgot to mention last episode, and I felt really crummy about it, so I'm going to say it now. If, again, you do feel moved to make any sort of financial contribution to do with the arts, and we have in any way inspired you to make that move, we would encourage you to search out any organizations in your area that are supporting the musicians and the artists who have been affected by the pandemic. And if you are unable to find anybody or any organizations in your area, I would recommend that you check out the the Solidarity Fund, the New Music USA Solidarity Fund. So it's newmusicusa.org/donate. And then you can check the box for the Solidarity Fund, and all that money that they take in goes to helping to keep artists afloat who have had their performances canceled, have had their projects canceled, and who specifically work with living composers in the presentation of new music, which of course is very important since we don't all want to live in a museum for the rest of our lives. So now that you're here, I'm going to move that microphone back to where I want to try it, and we're gonna see if this happens. If anything, you'll hear less of me, which I'm sure by now you're ready for that. So let's check this out.
Can I read the program notes while you're doing that?
Well, sure. I guess we may as well since we're about to play it. So the first piece.
Ductia by Robert Xavier Rodriguez. And these are program notes from the composer.
Who I think is actually watching right now. So hopefully I'm not lying. He said he would, but anyway, hi if you're there. Hello.
So Ductia, written in 1980 for solo harp, was the result of a commission from Catherine Freiberger for harpist Emily Mitchell. In 1983, I added parts for optional performance in canon by 1, 2, 3, or 4 additional melody instruments, such as harp, flute, or pitched percussion. The work is based on a hybrid 7-note scale, D sharp, E, F sharp, G, A flat, B flat, and C flat, which never varies. The title is a reference to the 13th century dance form, which features triplets and a recurring refrain with variations. The quiet, mysteriously hypnotizing quality of the music led me to use the solo harp version in my incidental music for Shakespeare's Macbeth, which he wrote in 1981, to accompany Lady Macbeth's sleepwalk scene. Sleepwalking scene.
So when you called it hypnotic
I was right
in the preview video, you were absolutely right.
Yeah. So I like the imagery of the sleepwalking, that it's this kind of calm, dreamy, what?
I think right now you just like the image of sleep.
or that. Sleep just sounds good. But this piece does, I think, really evoke that image of sleepwalking.
All right.
It would help if my pages were in order.
No comment.
Why?
After last week's episode, I'm not throwing any more stones. Yes, dear. I love you, dear.
All right. We hope you enjoy Ductia.
Okay, there you go. So I really hope that that lawnmower in the back wasn't too noisy.
There were some birds chiming in.
There's some birds, that's right. So we're gonna have to do a tiny little bit of resetting here. While we do, I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while, and I guess this is as good a time as any. You know, we're so used to thinking about, you know, supplemental activities in our lives, things like, you know, going to concerts or going to, you know, sports events or things like that for their entertainment value. And of course, we as the makers of these things think about them more for their artistic value and for their enriching quality that they bring to our lives. But I will say that there is a certain thrill, a certain level of the unexpected to live performance.
Like my page almost.
Like your page almost going
now.
away. You know, you saved it, and I was sitting there waiting, just, you know, ready to.
It was like, I'm not done.
Ready to take a wind chime cadenza until you figure yourself out. And then, you know, there's the birds, and there's this fly, and that's buzzing around, and then there's the lawnmower. So I don't know. We might want to do a separate recording of that without the lawnmower. Just so we have that for our HD video. But anyway, so this is the fun part of it. This is what I don't know. It's certainly my adrenaline fix. It's you know, the unpredictability and exhilaration of live performance, and really you never know what's going to happen. So for example, this next piece, La Mer, which was the big finale to our summer tour program this past summer. It's like 10 plus minutes long.
About 10.
And you know, there's just so much going on, and I honestly can't tell you. Something's going to go really well, and something's going to go something that I don't know. I mean, something's going to happen that I didn't expect. It always is the case with live performance. And so if you're not used to seeing live performances of music, and we hope by now that you are, and this is not your first time joining us, although if it is, welcome. But yeah, you know, if anything else, if you know nothing about music as an audience member, at the very least, you know that the people up on stage are not automatons. We make mistakes, and we absolutely have to roll with the punches and see, you know, how we can salvage any errors that we tend to make, or that our lawn mowing neighbors who promised they wouldn't be here today are making for us. So, with this next piece, I'm almost done.
I was going to say something along those lines.
All right, fine.
I mean, I think we perform because we love our music and we love sharing it with people. You know, we want to share what we think is just this amazing music. But also, I think there is something to be said for like the constant search for perfection, knowing that, you know, you rarely get there. But that's why we keep doing it over and over and over again, is you know, to just see how good it can be. That's right.
Anybody who's played Tetris knows what we're talking about. But so like with this next piece, there's so much demand, there's so much going on, and like we're just as excited as you to see how this is going to go, because you never know what's going to happen. So all that being said, I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. All right, so this piece, this is the first movement of La Mer, the Sea by Claude Debussy. This was the second of his three big multi-movement orchestral works that are sort of symphonies, but he didn't want to call them symphonies. So this is just the first movement, De l'aube à midi sur la mer, which is from dawn till noon on the sea. So lots of imagery, lots of cool textures and sounds and colors. That's right. For those of you synesthetics out there. So, all right, let's play La Mer.
All right.
I'm excited. And then we'll do a little bit of announcement after the performance, I guess. I've talked enough.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Nothing, dude.
Okay.
You're not setting the mood.
Is the lawnmower setting the mood? We might just have to re-record this whole thing. That lawnmower is really irritating. But
maybe they can't hear it.
Maybe you can't hear it. I hope you can't hear it. If not, there is no lawnmower. Okay. Hold on. The lawnmower just stopped, so we got to start over. Oh, thank goodness.
You don't know if they're gonna start again, though.
I'm willing to take that
You
chance.
can't start and stop.
I'm willing to take that chance. All right, here we go. Oh, thank goodness. All right.
All right.
Whew.
We played it.
We did play it. We played it. And if you want to hear us play it again, see what I did there? So as you may remember from last week's episode, we are extending this first season of REFLECTV by 3 episodes. So this next week, we're going to take a week off. We'll catch our breath, grade some final exams, play with our toddler, all those good things. And then episode 5 will pick up 2 weeks from today, and that will feature a solo by you and a solo by me, and then a short little duo by the two of us. And then episode 6 will be a couple of the Lou Harrison pieces, and then we will end with Reflections in the Water, which was the very first piece that the two of us ever played together 10 years ago. And then episode 7, which is going to be the last Thursday in May, is going to be our finale, and that is viewer's choice. So actually, already in the description of this video is a link to the Google poll where you can vote for whatever pieces you would like to hear us play. All the pieces that we've done so far this season are up for grabs, as well as 1 or 2 other options that we actually haven't played yet, in case you just want to hear something new. We're not going to include any of the ones for the next couple of episodes, just because...
You'll have heard them recently.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess we will keep the time at about half an hour, so...
Yeah, we'll do 1 or 2 requests, and then 1 or 2... Well, I guess not 2. We'll do 1 or 2 requests based on whatever you vote on, and then if we have time, we may throw something else on. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we will announce the results of that vote on episode 6.
Did you put a deadline?
I did put a deadline, and now I don't remember the deadline. I think it's the Saturday before episode 6.
Okay.
Whatever that Saturday is, May something. I'll be sure to put that on the video, on the HD. So yeah, and again, if for whatever reason the connection was lousy or spotty, check back tomorrow. We'll put up the HD video. We might just go ahead and re-record now that the person's done mowing the lawn. I don't know. I was pretty irritated by that, but maybe that's just me. Anything else before we go?
No, just as always, hope you enjoyed it, and we'd love to hear from you, hear how you're doing, and hear what you think about the music, and we hope you're doing well.
That's right.
I think that's it.
Be well, stay safe, and thanks again for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right. You should say something clever while I go turn this off.
Oh, you always put me on the spot like that.
Well, it's not like you're a performer or anything.
Of pre-composed things.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, thanks, everybody.
Bye.